A curious teenager with a lot of questions who later took a fancy on learning the enigma that a human mind is. A woman who took to medicine, straying from the path of her family who is into business, and then emerging a successful people's representative. Dr. Sauzan Mohammed Kamal. The woman with the dimpled smile and ever-cheerful disposition, one can only spot her calm and composed, be it even when she's tabling a serious issue at the parliament or dealing with someone at a consultancy firm. Dr. Kamal affirms that she achieved this serenity by pursuing her inner peace through meditation. The consultant psychiatrist with more than 2 decades of experience, Dr. Kamal became part of Bahrain's history when she got elected from the 2nd constituency of Manama in the 2018 national elections. Dr. Kamal was among the 6 women parliamentarians, the highest number of female representation ever in Bahrain's lower chamber of the National Assembly. An alumnus of the Arabian Gulf University in Bahrain, Dr. Kamal launched a career in the medical field in 1995. She held the position of a consultant psychiatrist at the Health Ministry of Bahrain with 20 years of experience and subsequently established a single-person company for consultation and self-development in 2017 after an early retirement. Dr. Sauzan Kamal Consultation and Self-Development Company was formed with the momentum and intention of spreading preventive psychological measures and a positive lifestyle within a community, says the founder herself. Dr. Kamal holds a certificate of International Peace Ambassadors from the International Academy of Peace Ambassadors in Jordan and is also an active participant and presenter in various scientific conferences and workshops, local and international, related to psychology and inner peace. Mother to 3, Dr. Kamal acknowledges that her professional expertise in psychiatry has helped her multitask as a woman, mother, parliamentarian, and a socially committed individual. Joining us this week on BitzTalk from BMC Global Live, Dr. Sauzan Mohammed Kamal. One cannot spot this woman without a dimpled smile. Even when she is raising the utmost serious issues, you see her calm and composed, stern to the point. A medical doctor turned an entrepreneur and now a people's representative, Dr. Sauzan Kamal, joining us this week on BitzTalk from BMC Global Live. Dr. Kamal, welcome to the show. You're on stage with me on BMC Global Live's platform called BitzTalk, where we bring to people stories, rather success stories, of men and women who have made a mark in their field and businesses. Well, that explains why you're here this evening with me, and it's indeed an honor and pleasure to have with you. And in the next 1 hour, take us through your success stories, take us through you, the woman, the human, and the parliamentarian, and of course, the doctor as well. Welcome.
It's a pleasure to be with you today. Thank you for this invitation and having me here. Thank you.
Great. Dr. Kamal, let me ask you my very first question. What brought you to politics from the field that you chose as a vocation, that is a medical doctor? Where was this twist?
Well, actually, to be honest with you, it wasn't in my mind at all. Mm-hmm. It was just like I was, after my retirement of mm-hmm. being a psychiatrist, I started my company, and through organizing the courses and the workshops, like my colleagues were coming in and telling me that, why don't you sit for the parliament? I was like, my answer was, I'm not a political person at all, and I don't see myself into that. Well, they were like, they say, well, we noticed that you have a charisma which will be very successful as a politician. My answer was, I don't think that I can be anything else other than a psychiatrist. But they told me, well, as a psychiatrist, you can implement what you've, all your knowledge and all your practice in the politics. And this opened the door. It wasn't on my mind at all. And currently, while I'm as a member of the parliament, I've noticed myself like understanding issues which is related to the citizens and related to the conflicts which is happening between people in a different way, and approaching it as a psychiatrist, yes, but not as a doctor, but implementing the concepts that I've learned and applying it on the ground, and it helps a lot in solving issues. So,
right. So thanks to those good lot of friends of yours that we have a very vibrant woman parliamentarian in Bahrain's lower house. Last year, I think 2018, right? The elections. You won the 2018 elections from the Manama constituency.
Yes, the second constituency,
in
of
Manama.
the capital governor.
And the last elections, we saw a number of women being elected. I think it was historic for Bahrain.
It was.
And you were among them.
Yes.
And a good thought, how your profession you felt would help to be amidst people and understanding them more, which I think I'm hearing for the first time, making use of your professional expertise as a psychiatrist to help people. Wonderful. Yes, you're a doctor, you were a consultant psychiatrist with the country's health ministry for almost 20 years, as I know.
Exactly.
And then I think you took a voluntary retirement and you started your own consultancy. Exactly. With an aim to, could you please explain what was your aim in coming up with this consultancy?
Yeah, actually, during my career as a psychiatrist in the Ministry of Health, I've noticed one thing that we all notice it, that people are coming to the psychiatric hospital because of issues that they couldn't solve by themselves. So I thought of preventive psychiatry. And preventive psychiatry, number one, starts with awareness and education. So the person should work on himself, understanding himself to prevent getting into psychological issues. And that was my aim. I retired and started the company to organize workshops and help people attend and understand themselves through the courses which were held, and get the main issue is to be empowered, like to be empowered from within, to understand your strengths and weaknesses. We do all have weaknesses and strengths. What is the balance and how to get yourself out of the weaknesses and get to your strengths? So people were coming, people were attending, and there were very nice success stories, like those who were depressed and who were having anxiety symptoms. They could have after the courses, they get out of it and they start, they start their path as entrepreneurs and all in their other career paths. So the success stories encouraged me to continue, and
Yes, that explains. Yes. A psychiatrist turned parliamentarian, Dr. Sauzan Kamal, is the one joining me on BitzTalk this evening, brought to you by BMC Global Live. Doctor, when we talk about your career, why psychiatry? What made you choose this?
Well, at the beginning, what made me choose
to be a doctor?
Medicine, yes. So actually, I was the sixth amongst the Bahraini graduates in high school, among all Bahraini graduates in high school. And that made me, like the first choice was to get either a medical career or an engineer. So mine was the medical, because I was always having this question of how is the body working and how the organs are working and what's going on there between cells, and what like this is an amazing like process going on that I just need to understand. So and definitely the question, the main one was, how did God created this human being, and what is getting in the action? So this made me get into the medical field, and after graduating with distinction, the issue was that during my medical studies, we did a study about the body and its processes, but not much about the mind and the thoughts.
Okay.
So this made me take the decision and just decide to get into the mind field. So psychiatry was, it wasn't like only just as a career, but I was always curious and having questions, and I was searching for answers to get those answers from either books or asking my consultants or searching around, or even during my interviews with my patients. There were always questions coming up, and I was trying to answer them either from the patients. If I don't get them, I just go and search and find out exactly what is behind all these issues. Why are people coming into the psychiatric hospital? And if we are talking only about the mild or the basic symptoms like anxiety and depression, there are many answers, many stressors and many psychological stressors, but the main stressor is the mindset. So with that, during the 20 years of my work, I was trying to find out why people are getting into those conflicts. Like, we are all coming from the inner peace, and inner peace is the basic. So then what happens when people get out of the field of the inner peace and they start criticizing themselves and criticizing others? That gets into the conflict and makes the psychological process. So actually, again, out of my curiosity, I went into many courses, and naming them like energy courses and meditation courses, trying to find out what could help people reach the inner peace again. Yeah. And that got me into a conclusion that preventive psychiatry is the best. So I got on early retirement and started my business.
Right. So very interesting. Psychiatry is one genre of medicine where people are a bit reluctant, right? You know, there's a lot of stigma attached to going to a psychiatric consultancy. But you projected a very positive side, calling it preventive psychiatry. And is it true that when I sit in front of you, can you read my mind?
It's not like mind reading, but you do understand. Like, you can understand like the body language, the people's psyche, let's say, if they are positive, they are negative, and you can understand, of course, definitely with conversation. You, like, for an expert, a few questions through a conversation can lead a person, like can lead the expert to reach an overview like of this person's psyche, let's say.
Okay.
So it's easy, but actually, let me tell you, and it's not everyone can get it. It's not it's not everyone's capacity to get this, ability. But there are certain people, if they practice and they do search a lot, maybe they reach this level. But not everyone. Not every psychiatrist can reach the level of understanding others only by sitting and chatting for few minutes.
I'm sure this is something which needs a lot of patience, right? You need to listen a lot, I think, in your profession.
Exactly.
And
yes.
I think, So let's get more into your peace initiatives and meditation, etc., because it's very interesting. And before that, let's take a short break.
The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahla. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
Welcome back to BitzTalk from BMC Global Live, and we have with us this evening Dr. Sausan Kamal, a parliamentarian, a consultant psychiatrist, and we are listening to Dr. Kamal and her journey from the medical doctor that she is to the current shoes that she fills in as a Bahraini woman parliamentarian. Dr. Kamal, that was a very interesting second segment. I'm sure you enjoyed talking about your personal interest and enthusiasm. The whole of 2020, the entire world was battling this monster called the pandemic, whom we refer to very often. The Bahrain Parliament was very active in terms of discussing this issue, and we have had situations where the entire lot had to go working remote, isn't it? The initial few months, I think, it was all here and there, but still, all 40 of you were very active in some way or the other. As a parliamentarian, how do you look at the positives of this? Let's keep aside the bleak side of the pandemic, but tell me, like, how active that gotten all you in?
Well, working remote makes it easier for you to attend several sessions consecutively.
Yes.
For example, I can attend 3 different sessions, workshops, or events consecutively while I'm sitting in place. So before, we had to move and drive a car, and all that takes time to be in the venue. So I think COVID-19 situation made it more practical and easier for us to work. To be more productive.
Okay.
To be more productive. Yeah. And at the beginning, it was a bit because we are not used to the webinars. But then, now it becomes too easy. It's just like you feel that you are with everyone at the same time.
Yes.
So it's not a very big difference. And everyone is happy with it so far, and as long as they...
Looking at, but still, you know, in the beginning, as I told, Bahrain made a historic election in 2018 when we had women winning parliament.
Right.
And you are one among them. So you're a parliamentarian, you're a doctor, especially a psychiatric doctor. You're a mother to 3.
Yeah.
And you're a wife, you're a daughter, and you're a very busy person who keeps yourself busy. Like, how easy do you find these multiple roles, wearing these multiple hats? I may not ask this to a man simply because, not because they are not doing many things, but usually we hear this question being thrown to women, isn't it?
Right.
So, same way, how do you manage these, or how do you look at these multitasking? Are you a multitasker?
Yes, but they all go into the same theme.
Right. Okay.
They are all in the same theme. It's
I
like,
like the way you are very thoughtful about every answer, you know. I think that's how psychiatrists are.
yeah, we don't like get it out. The answer just, we have to be so. So they all go in the same theme. Yeah. Once you enjoy the thing, once you enjoy what you are doing, it's not a task anymore. So this is how things go together.
Okay.
Being in a webinar, answering a WhatsApp, finishing with the webinar, opening a book to find the answer for a question which was raised in the webinar. Okay. Okay. Then your son comes and you discuss with him the issue and what does he think about this issue, and you get answers from youth. And through that conversation, you find that, well, this is a lovely idea for a proposal. So you call your staff and put this proposal in, write it down. So it's just, you're enjoying it. It's all around and alive. It's not like a task which is like it's a job. But it is interrelated and integrated into our life. I believe that even any career, any job, if you are not enjoying it fully, you will be dissatisfied and you will be burned out at a time, and you will definitely search for something else which goes with your inner soul.
Yes, yes.
Calling. So my inner soul calling, like my inner purpose, is to help people reach stability, tranquility, and just have a sense of, as we say, heaven on earth. So this heaven on earth feeling makes you not try your best, but you are in each moment living the purpose and asking God to help you with getting some intuitions on how to help people reach heaven on earth. How do we reach heaven on earth? So heaven on earth doesn't come just in a glance, but it has to be worked in steps. And those steps, if I know that I'm able to put in this track, then I have to spend some energy and focus to reach fruitful results. And definitely we are all here to help each other. So if the person feels that he is having this ability, he should really invest in himself and put his effort in trying to get to the vision which he has. So definitely it is a difficult issue. It's not easy. But once you realize, you believe that this is what God created us for, then you enjoy it.
Right.
It's not a must that I have to do it, but it's my choice.
Choice, yep.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Once it's your choice, you will be happy to do it. You will enjoy doing it.
You will find more ease in doing
You will
things.
find more ease in doing it. It's not a burden at all.
Right.
It's not a burden at all. And through the journey, we have to help others to be prepared to take our position in the future once we are ready to go ahead. So this is going on as well. Like, I'm preparing people with me. Once there is any occasion, I start talking about what I am doing, just putting hidden messages into how they can as well be in this position one day. So it's like a teaching task. Yeah. I have this built in. It's not like I give them lectures, but it's built in.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a built in system.
Yeah.
That I need to have a group helping them
Yeah.
to reach similar tasks in the future.
That was a beautiful conversation, Sausan. Before I come to my very special last question, I want your word on BMC Global, the platform that you're now seated on. How do you look at such initiatives? Well, such initiatives are the results of the pandemic, I would say the positive results. How do you look at such platforms?
Yeah, well, it's definitely the idea was before the pandemic. The vision was there before. And with the pandemic situation, I think the project came at the right time.
Yes.
So people now are at home and they are enjoying watching the channel, which I found that it is the variety of topics that you are covering in the channel is really the aim of it is really getting a great, let's say, addition to the society. The awareness, like the health awareness is lovely, the part of it, the entertainment and enjoying the time. This is a very great part, as everyone needs it while staying at home and being with the family. I think the project came in the proper time, and for me, I believe that definitely it will be a success. From now, it appears that you have a great number of followers. Yeah. So, and in the future, definitely ideas will come out, new ideas to be added into the topics which you are carrying on. And all the best. I really, definitely, I will be following it. I will be enjoying it.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Sausan. Thanks for that good words. We at the BMC Global Live family, we are equally happy to have you with us, have you with us this past 1 hour.
Thank you, my pleasure.
And it was indeed a great conversation. That was Dr. Sausan Kamal, parliamentarian and consultant psychiatrist, joining us on BitzTalk this evening from BMC Global Live. And Dr. Sausan, my last question to you this evening. I would combine two questions in this. Choose whichever one to answer, because the answer will be the same. Do you miss being a consultant psychiatrist, or are you planning to contest the elections in 2022?
Actually, being a psychiatrist is a built-in.
Okay.
It is ongoing.
Okay.
And it's just now the way of thinking and the way, it's not, let me put it in this way. A psychiatrist is not just a person to heal an insane person. This is not the job of a psychiatrist. This is only maybe in the medical field, like being in the office as a medical doctor.
Okay.
That will be the task. But being as a psychiatrist, you know a lot, like you know the process, their interactions, the relationships, why the outcomes are happening in such a way, what is the basis behind those outcomes. So you always try to put in effort into the society,
Yes.
into the like in your surroundings, people that we are interacting with, even citizens, like when they come to complain and all, the psychiatrist has a different way and a different approach to solve the issue of this person. If the person is not experienced in how to deal with those issues, he might get into conflict with them.
Okay.
Or like he cannot be able to soothe them and reach or sometimes you need to change the subject. You should not get into the details a lot with this person if you find that there is a dead end to it.
Okay.
So you have ways of going around the topic.
All right. Yes.
Right? So not everyone is experienced in this. So like being a politician, you need this at times to deal with certain situations.
Certain tricky situations.
These are certain tricky situations, exactly. And if the politician doesn't have those tricks, he might get stuck into certain situations. He cannot get out of. Psychiatry is a living habit, is a living process that don't just name it as a career, but now it became as a personality, let's say, with the touches of the inner peace issues and the meditation issues. So even like when I sit with friends or the family, my topics are usually
Mind related.
mind related.
Okay. That's exactly what has been happening the past 1 hour, you know.
Yes.
Whatever I asked, you were totally focusing on mind, and your answers were very diplomatic, and so was the answer for the last question. You're yet to answer me. So do we see you contesting for the 2022 elections?
Hopefully, if I'm not in somewhere else.
Okay.
I'm so ambitious.
Good.
And I believe that we proceed in life once we are ready for that position. So I'm trying to get ready for other positions.
Okay.
And hopefully.
All the very best.
Thank you
All
so
the very
much.
best for all your dreams, desires, and ambitions. Very happy to have you with us this evening. Thank
Me
you for
too.
all those insights. That was one journey full of laughter, talking about mind, going serious with pauses in between, none other than Dr. Sauzan Kamal, consultant psychiatrist, but also a very popular MP, telling us this evening how to do this juggling job between the two hats that she wears, which she says it's all built in. That was a beautiful evening. Dr. Kamal, thank you again. And this is me, Raji Unikrishnan, signing off from BMC Global BitzTalk until we meet next week with yet another guest.